Phew. Greetings, friends. It's Len, and I'm back with another storytime video just for you. This short story is about a strange and awkward thing that happened to a friend and I at a metal show back in 1995. The thing that we saw that night can never be unseen, and this vision has haunted us both ever since. As always, my story will be aided by my own personal VHS home videos and photographs from the time, and my own hand-drawn illustrations. Okay, let's rewind back to the year 1995 and get straight into it. A quick warning. As stated in the title, this story centers around a person in a diaper, and there will be a brief description that does include urine. There will also be a couple of hand-drawn illustrations shown that are mostly just funny and not too graphic. I'd say this video is PG-13 if I had to rate it. If the aforementioned subject matter grosses you out or you're at work with your boss sitting right next to you, you may want to skip this video. Okay, let's rewind back to the year 1995 and get straight into it. It was 1995 and my friend Charlie and I were going to a show to see a band called Mercyful Fate. The lead singer of Mercyful Fate was King Diamond, of the band King Diamond, who I had been a fan of since 1986 when I got their debut album. At that time, I didn't even know that King Diamond had originally been the singer of a band called Mercyful Fate until I stumbled upon this album in a record store in 1987. So now it's 1995 and Mercyful Fate was on their second North American tour since reuniting in 1993. We got tickets as soon as they went on sale and we were both super pumped about the show. The show was in Seattle at one of my favorite clubs called Rock Candy, which unfortunately closed down permanently a few years later in 1999. Rock Candy sometimes put on all ages shows, but much to our dismay, this particular night was 21 and over. You see, despite looking like he was 30 years old with his big-ass beard, Charlie wasn't quite 21 yet. So we decided to risk it and attempt to get him through the door using an older friend's ID. It was about a 2-hour drive plus a ferry ride from our hometown to the club, so we were both really nervous that he'd get caught at the door and all of our money and travel time would be wasted. Luckily, Charlie got in without any problem. The place was packed and the majority of the crowd was guys probably 5 to 10 years older than us. We decided we had better use the bathroom before the opening bands played because we wanted to get in position at the very front of the stage and stay there until Mercyful Fate came on. Everyone obviously had the same idea as us, so the line was pretty long. Even after you made it inside, the men's bathroom only had 2 urinals and 1 toilet stall, so you would still be in a line of 3 or 4 guys waiting for a spot to open up. Charlie is right behind me in line, and I'm finally reaching the front with just 1 guy ahead of me when the toilet stall, which has no door, becomes available and he goes in. It's here that my story takes a strange and unexpected turn. At this point, I'm just staring at the floor, waiting and spacing out, not really paying any attention to my surroundings when I hear a guy to my left say, "Oh fuck no, I'm out of here." I turn and see the other 2 guys behind Charlie are now staring in my direction with shocked looks on their faces and quickly heading back out the door. A guy at the urinal suddenly exclaims, "Fuck this shit," and he and the guy next to him both scramble for the door. Charlie and I are the only ones left in the restroom at this point, and when we turn to the stall on our right, we see what it was that sent everyone running. The man that was in the stall is now standing facing the room with his pants down around his ankles. He's wearing an adult diaper and it's very obviously full of pee. He takes a small step back towards the toilet, looks me straight in the eyes, and squeezes the swollen diaper with both hands. When he does this, streams of urine flow down both of his legs out of the diaper, into his pants, onto his shoes, and the floor. Then, in a super creepy, childlike voice, he says, "Can you help me? I think my diaper's full." Now usually, strange people doing strange things in awkward situations don't faze me in the least, but this totally threw me. I decided, like everyone else, that I didn't really need to pee that bad and was right behind Charlie moving quickly for the door. Moments later, in the dark venue, standing at the edge of the crowd, Charlie and I waited and watched in anticipation for the dude to emerge from the bathroom. What would the crowd do? How would the staff react? Then, to our surprise, he stepped out, fully clothed and smiling, with his hands in his jacket pockets. It was as if it had never even happened. We watched in disbelief as he strode casually and confidently through the venue and disappeared into the crowd without incident, never to be seen again. Charlie and I ended up watching the show from the very front of the stage, and it was awesome. During the last song, King Diamond even ended up rubbing some of his face paint on us, and we were super pumped. During our drive home, though, our conversations kept coming back to the strange encounter in the bathroom. I mean, what the hell was that? Now, if you've watched any of my other Storytime videos, you know that I like to include receipts in the form of videos, photos, or documents, so you know that I'm not just making things up. Since this was in a venue where no cameras were allowed, and the incident happened in a bathroom, obviously I have no photographic evidence. But wait, I do have something to back up my story. Charlie and I returned to the Rock Candy exactly 3 months later, almost to the day, when our band, Circle of Fear, was playing at a local Battle of the Bands show.
Come to Rock Candy this Tuesday night for round 2 of the 1995 Samuel Adams Battle of the Bands with Blah, Circle of Fear, Civilized Mutt, Dogjaw, and Third Door Down. The Samuel Adams Battle of the Bands is back.
And no, we did not win. Anyway, we arrived early at the venue and we had a video camera with us that day, so I did a little filming. When I was walking around videotaping, I returned to the scene of the crime and recounted the incident on camera, which I think in this case can count as proof, since that's all I've got. All right, let's roll that tape.
Fucking rocking out, dude. Rocking out at the Rock Candy. King freaking Diamond played here. All right. At the Rock.
You'll have that. So what's the difference then? Boys and girls.
Rock and roll.
Come here.
King Diamond was up here.
Yeah, come here. King Diamond, I'm sure that was his candle.
Dude, that's so...
It's red and white. I'm talking about some King Diamond candles going on right there. Probably was a skull.
The King!
Get this.
Yeah, that is cool. No Seattle band can touch poison. The piss drunks!
Where? Oh, wow.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and show where fucking... That's right, rock and roll. Hoochie coo. Okay. This would be the bathroom where I stood right there and fucking a dude was right inside there and he said to me, "Can you help me? I think my diaper's full." He was right there. Fuck that, dude. It's giving me creeps even thinking about it right now. I don't know, man. I'm scared. What if he comes back? What if he comes tonight? He will come for me. I know he's waiting to come for me.
Charlie and I have thrown around many theories over the years about what it was we witnessed that night. Maybe it was a really out there prank. I did hear the guy talking to the person in front of him in line in a totally normal, non-baby talk voice. Maybe they were buddies and this was a public prank that they set up. Maybe he was a mentally disabled person who was legitimately asking for help. I've had a couple of friends who are mentally disabled that I've worked with closely over the years, one of them being the heavy metal warrior, who you can learn about in this video. Link in the description below. I really didn't get a mentally handicapped vibe from this guy at all though, so I don't think that's it. Maybe this guy lost a bet or it was some kind of dare that he agreed to do. Maybe he was an adult baby diaper lover. ABDL is a legit kink that he could have been into. Maybe he was into this and he was also into humiliation. So many unanswered questions. Maybe some old school person from the Seattle metal community will see this video and say,
"Oh my god, he's talking about Ted. That crazy bastard used to do stuff like that all the time."
If this is the case and the dude is still around, you must hook me up so that I can do an interview with him. But I'd really love to hear your theories in the comments, so drop me one below. Or you can find me on Instagram and DM me your theory. Personally, I'm going with an ABDL that enjoys humiliation. He just looked so pleased when he came out of the bathroom. I know this was a pretty weird subject matter for a storytime video, but I just had to pass this vision on to you and get it out of my head. You're welcome. Until next time, America.